Hello, welcome to Frag Out Radio, episode 7. Frag Out Radio is all about showcasing people doing good things in the veteran community, whether it's a veteran doing good things for themselves or whether it's a veteran or civilian, doing things for the community itself. Today's guest is Adam Bird, CEO of Heroes Media Group. Welcome, Adam. How are you doing?
Doing good, man. How are you?
Oh, not bad. Why don't we just go ahead and get right into it and go ahead and tell us who you are.
Well, my name is Adam Bird, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Heroes Media Group. And a single father. That's about it in a nutshell.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your background, who you are, your service and all that.
Sure. I did just shy of 9, about 8.5 years in the Army National Guard, based out of Arizona. My background, education-wise, I got a bachelor's in business management with a minor in marketing. I started my master's degree and decided that wasn't the route I wanted to take. I had several corporate America jobs. I worked my way up into management in a couple of different Fortune 500 companies, and then I got to the point in my life where I decided I'm done doing the corporate thing. I want to kind of, I'm raising my son on my own. I got custody of my son, so my son's 14 now, and I decided I didn't want to miss any more of his school functions and sports and stuff like that. So I said, I took what I call my leap of faith, April 1st of 2013, and I just quit my corporate job just like that. And I said, I'm going to go start my own business, and this is what I'm going to do. And I've been doing it ever since.
It's awesome. Scary step right there.
Yeah, very, very, very. It's quite the long fall. I think I'm still falling, still trying to find my wings, but I must be doing something right because I'm still here. So
that's awesome. So you're the CEO of Heroes Media Group. Why don't you tell everybody what Heroes Media Group is and what you guys do?
Absolutely. So Heroes Media Group is a online broadcast media kind of platform for the Heroes community. Now, we look at Heroes as heroes in the community. So naturally, you have our military and our veterans, like ourselves, right? And then we also have law enforcement, firefighters, first responders, educators, and then there's a clergy piece that we include as well. We focus primarily, we help our clients do podcasts. We do a lot of audio, and we're starting to do more video content. We cover a lot of sports. We have about, I think, 15 or 16 active shows on the network right now. We just signed 2 more today. And that's kind of it. I mean, we cover a lot of sporting events, NCAA Final Four, Super Bowl. We have a firearms show. I have a award-winning author in the Camouflage Sisters, Lila Holly. She has a show on our network. We work with guys like Carl Monger over at Gallant Few. Looking forward to working with Patty. Hi, Patty. I see that you're on there. Appreciate you. So it's a wide selection of different shows and different topics, and we're here. We want to spread positiveness in the world and tell those positive stories. I think we could all agree that if you want enough negativity, you just go turn on your TV and you can find that, all the negative crap on the fake news. It looks like that's the new thing now today, but we want to hear the good stories. We want to hear the feel good stories and get that out there. And hopefully, if we get enough people involved telling the positive stories, we'll see a shift in society and things won't be so negative. It'll be more of a positive outlook on things.
That's awesome. So now you actually host one of the podcasts yourself.
I do. I have a show called The Decision Hour, which actually your show is going to be launching later this week. I remember interviewing you on that show. My show is I started the show off about 1.5 years ago, and I actually had a co-host, Jeff, he runs one of our sports shows, and then I took it over, and it's called The Decision Hour. It's more of a philanthropy, entrepreneur kind of show, and it's about humanities, and I want to hear the good stories. So, like, and Nick, you probably remember, I have my guests come on and explain their decision hour, and the time where their feet are on the line and they have to make that decision in life. Like, am I going to quit my corporate job and start a business, or am I going to join the military? Am I going to get out of the military? Whatever the case may be, but explain that decision hour. And we use that. I use that to help educate others that might be people that are listening to my listeners. Maybe they're going through that themselves, and they can take your guys' stories. Don't believe me. I mean, I tell my story, but listen to everybody else's decision hour, and maybe something will resonate with them and help them make that decision.
Absolutely. Make sure you guys go check that out too. It's called The Decision Hour. Make sure you check out my episode, the one I'm on. It's I don't tell my bear story very often, but I told it on there. I know Adam got a good kick out of the bear story. Go check it out.
Yeah. That's going to be coming out this Thursday, folks. So you're definitely going to want to check out that episode. It's
So where can they find the episode?
Awesome. So yeah, you can find all the shows that are on the network at heroesmediagroup.com. So it's heroesmediagroup.com. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Heroes Media GRP. And a lot of the times what we do is when a show gets published or whatnot, you always find the most current shows on the website, and then we'll filter them through and we start putting them in the queue, and they'll go out on the social media pages as well.
That's awesome. So I kind of want to talk to you now that we know, who you are, what you're doing. Talk to you a little bit about podcasts. I mean, obviously you're on one right now. This is a live video, Facebook only podcast. So anybody right now can chime in if they got questions for you, comments. You saw the comments that I put up on the screen.
Yeah.
Very cool system they got here. But, there's so many different kinds. You can do audio, you can do pre-recorded, live, and do video. In your experience, though, what has worked well for people? Like, what have you seen work well? What have you not seen well? Like why do a podcast?
Man, it's nowadays podcasting is starting to. I mean, podcasting's been around for 10, 12, 15 years already. There's guys that have been doing it for a long time. It's getting more and more popular. I think it really, depends on what it is you're looking at doing. Let's say you have a book that's out, or you have you're in some type of education, and the product that you sell, you're selling it in series or whatnot. Then the audio, having something that they can refer to, whether it's a video or the audio piece. I think they're both. Video is starting to take over, like this live stuff, and it's something. I'll be honest with you, I've shied away from staying in front of the camera. So the fact that you got me in front of the camera tonight is quite something else. You ask anybody that knows me, like, you need to be in front of the camera more. I'm like, screw you, I'm not doing it. I'm more the behind the scenes guy. Right. But the video part of it is huge. The live stuff is great, but you got to have that. You got to be able to archive it, and if you can archive it into an audio format. I just read recently the national drive time in the United States is 23 minutes. So if you're having short segments that are about 20, 25 minutes long, that's great for people to listen to in their car. Maybe some people have that opportunity to listen to the show at work or when they come home. I travel a lot. And I listen to, when I do listen to shows, whether they're shows on our network or anybody else's shows, I'm usually doing it when I'm in the car or at the airport or what have you. So I think from a podcast perspective, you want a little bit of everything. Me personally, I do pre-recorded audio, and that's just because for me, that's what works. It's with my scheduling, it's hard to kind of schedule live stuff because I have other clients and other things that I need to attend to. So, but the live stuff is great, but always have something where you can archive it in an audio format as well, in my opinion.
That's awesome. So now the audio podcasts that you guys do you put them up anywhere else besides your website?
Absolutely. So I encourage people to get a third party, whether it's Stitcher or Podomatic or what have you. Me personally, I tell people Podbean. It's kind of one of the older ones that are out there, but It's very cost effective, especially for people who are kind of balling on a budget, if you will. They're trying to start their podcast out, and they don't have a lot of money to spend. Podbean is great. They give you the analytics. They have a mobile app embedded, and you can link it up to like Apple iTunes, Google Play, and whatnot. It's very easy to share.
Right. Very user friendly.
Yeah. And then it makes it easy to when you put it there. If God forbid something isn't working with your website or something like that, you always have other areas where people can listen to your show. And I try to encourage people to come up with like 2 or 3 places where you can put the show where people can listen. Not everybody has an iPhone, so Google Play is a great place to do that if you don't have an iPhone. And not everybody has that, so that they use the Apple iTunes store and whatnot. So I think of having it in different areas makes it easily accessible for everybody. And that's what you're better off doing.
Yeah, absolutely. I noticed since I started this business, how much time it consumes running a business.
Right.
And so now, like when I'm driving in the car, if my kids are there, there's going to be music on, for them. But if there's not, I'm probably listening to a podcast that has to do with business. So I know they're great to listen to, and I know people enjoy them. So what advice do you have for entrepreneurs out there, maybe veterans who are getting in the game now or have been in the game, or even guys that are on active duty that are coming off, if they want to get into the podcast game, what advice do you have for them?
Come up with a game plan. First and foremost, believe that you want to do it. And whether it's a podcast or any business, you got to believe in yourself first and foremost. From a podcasting side of it, I just sat down with a guy today. I said, what kind of show do you want to do? Oh, I want to do a sports show. Well, great. Well, there's 50,000 other people out there that are doing a sports show. What's so special about yours? Well, I want to do this. And then I sit down, I break it down with them on what their show looks like. And then I'll tell them what they need. If you're looking at doing a podcast, come up with a name, come up with a logo, create your social media outlets, because let's face it, nowadays, everybody, it's the internet. It's the way. If we didn't, you and I wouldn't be doing this right now, right? So come up with a good show description explaining what your show is about, and then just start telling everybody because if you're doing it and then you don't tell, like, hey, I recorded a show tonight. Cool. How many people did you tell? I didn't tell anybody. Well, then who the hell is going to know what the hell you're doing if you're not sharing it with anybody? So tell everybody, and then just get yourself out there, and don't be afraid. You're gonna, man, if I had a nickel for every time I messed up, and I still say ums and ahs a lot, I would have retired already. It would. Don't be afraid. Just get out there and start doing it. And once you start doing it, it makes it a little bit easier. You'll get used to it, and then more importantly, have fun with it. Just have fun with it. Because I look at it like this: when I'm not in front of these damn cameras, and I'm just doing the recording side of it, it's almost like you can kind of be somebody else. You can get into character, you loosen up a little bit, and just let it go, and have fun.
Oh yeah, the video definitely makes it a little more nerve-wracking.
Yeah. So I got the hat on so people don't see me sweating profusely, right?
That's awesome. So you said logo, right? What do you think? Oh, going the wrong way.
I'm digging that logo, man. I love that. I absolutely freaking love that logo.
Oh man, it took me a while to come up with it. I was trying to think of what to do.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little jealous. That's a badass logo right there.
Think about getting a grill with Frag Out Radio in it, so I could wear it during the show, but a little more money than I wanted to spend.
Nice.
No, that's great advice. And people out there, just remind you, if you got comments or questions for Adam, go ahead and ask him. Just post them in the comments, and I'll throw them up on the screen, for him to answer or to see, so he can respond to them. But yeah, absolutely, you're killing it out there, man. Heroes Media Group. So now, do you guys, as Hero Media Group, say I wanted to start another audio podcast? Are you looking for other people?
Man, we're always looking. We're always looking. I set very lofty goals for myself. I consider them lofty. you ask some people in my family or that are really close to me, they will tell you that they're unrealistic goals. And I thrive off of that because I want to prove them wrong. I want 100 shows on the network this time next year. And I think we're at like 15 to 17 shows currently right now. And we got a couple more that like I said earlier, we got 2 more that just signed on today, and we have a couple more starting mid July. But always looking for more shows and more content, because we, aside from the podcasting side of things, we opened up a couple of new branches, if you will, where we're doing some social media and digital marketing for clients, and we were going to start doing some more web development stuff. We kind of put a pause on that right now, but with the sports stuff that we do, we're working with several Major League Baseball teams that we actually go out to the field and cover the games. We've done several NFL teams that we've worked with in the past. College, whether it's basketball or football, NCAA, we've done that the last 2-3 years. I was just at it here. I was here I'm in Phoenix right now, temporarily. I'm going to be making a transition out east here pretty soon, but games and events like that are pretty big. But then you look on the military side of things. For the Marines out there, we spend a lot of time out in Quantico. I got a business partner that's right down the street out of Stafford, Virginia, and we spend a lot of time with the Marines out at Quantico, and we do the Modern Day Marine Expo. We've been out there a couple of times, and we've broadcast from there, and we've also broadcast from the AUSA event, which is the largest military event, and that's in Washington, D.C. every year. So it's a lot of – I like going out because I'm more of a networker, and I like that type of stuff, going to shows, walking around, talking to people in the different booths and making new friends, whatever you want to call it. But it's a great opportunity, but at the same time, you get a chance to interview people, invite them on a show and whatnot, and hopefully do business from there. So, but we're always looking to add more shows, and whether you have a show or not, maybe you're interested in covering a sporting event. Hit us up. Let us know. We'll put in for media credentials. We're always looking for writers and people that want to share content on the website. I say many hands make light work, and if we can all help each other out, then why not do it?
Oh, absolutely. So people can just go right there to Heroes Media Group. You have a contact page right on there.
Yep, there's a contact page. If you want to email us, you can email me personally at adam@heroesmediagrp.com, and I'd be more than happy. We got some other people to do it, but if you hit me up, then you guaranteed an answer from me. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, we're always looking for people that want to be a part of it and grow it, and it's a lot of fun. We've got, I don't know, probably a dozen people that are out covering events right now, and I haven't met a single one of them in my life face to face. Yeah. So and it's funny how it works out, because we got our chief marketing officer. His name's Robert Lewis, Green Beret veteran, and I've known Rob we've been friends 6-7 years, and we've never met face to face yet. Although that's going to be happening here pretty soon. But it's cool doing this type of business, because you make friends and you get to meet people virtually like this, and you do business together, and then when you do see each other for the first time, like face to face, then all hell breaks loose, and it's all a lot of fun then. But yeah, it's a good time. I'm very blessed and grateful for I don't call them clients. They're part of the HMG family. They're part of the Heroes Media Group family. So all the shows that are on the network now, they're all family to me, and very, very fortunate to have these people on these shows, and all the contributors that we have out there that are working with us, part of the group. It's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Yeah, I definitely just from having this podcast, going a couple weeks now, 7 episodes deep. It's awesome. Not only do I get to showcase, veterans and people doing great things, but I get to network with you guys and build that bond. So hopefully down the road we can do things together as well.
And you've had some pretty big interviews coming out the gate there, Nick. I've seen, I've watched, Eric. We both know Eric Mitchell, and then I've seen some of your other ones here as of late, and I was like, oh God, you got the big fish right away in the veteran community. That's pretty big. That's good. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I couldn't believe the responses I was getting from people. Like I thought, maybe a couple people here and there will respond, the rest will blow me off. But I mean, I sent out a ton of emails and I got a ton of responses. That's why you've seen 7 episodes, in the 10 days going, so I was like, I'm actually booking up, almost booked up July now. That's how many responses I've gotten, because I'm trying to space them out so everybody, can promote the episode and everything else, along the way. But yeah, it's crazy how many people, hop on, and it's awesome to see the veteran community come together like that, and look out for each other.
Yeah. It's definitely we take care of each other, that's for sure, and it's nice. I've seen that, and I've seen that with some of the other shows on the network where they reach out to somebody and it's like, oh, I'm probably not going to get this person, and then they respond like within 30 minutes, and they're like, holy crap, that's awesome, and it's great. It's I tell you, I can't picture myself doing anything else in life right now other than doing this. I think for us, we want to help as many people. We want to reach as many people and help as many people as we can. And I'm going to bring this up, but a lot of people talk about money and stuff like that when it comes to stuff like this. And obviously, running a business, you got to make some money because you got bills to pay, and we got families, other people relying on us. But hey, this is going to sound, and people don't believe me when I say this, but it's not about the money. It's about the purpose. The purpose for us is to help as many people as we can. Do we need to make money? Yeah. Are we? I still got a roof over my head, so I must be doing something right. But it's, I'm no millionaire by any means. But I think, a friend of mine once said, if you put the purpose first, the profit will follow. And I think a lot of people in business, if I had any advice to give anybody, if you're looking to start a business, have your purpose and keep the purpose first. Because if you start chasing the dollar, you're always going to chase the dollar and you'll never get it. Keep the purpose first and the money will follow.
That's great advice. That's very simple advice. Yeah. Starting a business, definitely a lot of work. And people that think that I'm gonna go start one podcast and I'm gonna be a millionaire tomorrow, it's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah.
No. Talk about social media and I'll just start a Facebook, Instagram account and I'll put a couple posts up, they'll go viral, and I'll be rich.
Yeah.
Hard it is to make something go viral.
I do, because I've been doing it for Heroes Media Group's been around for about 1.5 years now, and prior to that, I was under a different brand. I was working under a different brand, and I did that for several years. If you think you're going to be an overnight success, hey, good luck to you, buddy. That's.
I mean, it might happen. It might.
It might. I mean, the sun shines on a dog's ass every now and then, but I don't
bank on it.
Yeah, don't. Or I mean, just I think if your heart's in the right place and you work hard and you believe in what you're doing, then you can't fail. I mean, you'll fail small along the way, but if you believe in what you're doing, you're golden. You'll be so far ahead of everybody else. Because a lot of people just sit there and they watch life pass by and they just stand there like, I wonder if I should do this or not. And they sit there. Next thing you know, 5, 10, 20 years have gone by and they're still standing on the side, and then they're laying in the deathbed and like, man, I wish I would have jumped, or I wish I would have given that a shot.
Absolutely. That's kind of what your show, The Decision Hour, is all about, correct?
That's what it's all about right there. Taking that leap of faith is what I like to call it. Jump. You got to jump. You got to jump. It's funny. April 1st, 2013, I walked into work. I said, and I've never quit a job before in my life. And I walked in, and at the time, I had enough of it anyway. I said, you know what? I quit. And it was April Fool's. So naturally, they're thinking, they were thinking, Adam, you're funny, just, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I go clean up my desk and I walk out. And they're still laughing. I mean, they're watching me thinking I'm telling a joke. And about 20 minutes later, I get a call from my manager at the time. He's like, hey, man, where are you? I said, I quit. They're like, dude, we thought you were joking. I was like, nope, done.
Oh.
And they were just like, holy crap, well, you did it on April Fool's. I was like, well, joke's on you. I actually quit. So
that's awesome.
So take people that listen to this, that watch it, if you're at a place in your life where you're thinking about making a change, whether it's you're getting out of the military, going into the military, or starting a business, do it. If you believe in it, if you get that butterfly feeling in your gut, and your gut's telling you, man, this is just something I gotta do it. You only live once. Do it.
Yep. What's worst case?
Yeah. You fall on your face. Good. Get back up, dust yourself off, and then you're going to either realize, yeah, you know what? That wasn't for me. So I'm going to go do this now. At least you can say you tried it, Yep. Don't be the person that's standing on the side and just keep watching as everything else and everybody else passes you by, and you sit there and you wonder, man, I wonder what that would be like. Well, why don't you go find out instead of just sitting there and wonder? Go do it.
Absolutely. It's like I remember when I was young and I used to like to go out drinking a lot, go to the bars, partying with my buddies, and you got the dance floor, right?
Yeah.
So the girls dancing, and then all the standing around the outside, right? It's like, who's going to take that leap of faith? I had a saying back when I was young, and it was, if you don't get shot down, you're not trying.
Yeah. That's a lot of truth to that, Nick. A lot of truth to that, man.
Same thing with business, or really anything you do. If you don't fail a little bit, you didn't try at all.
Exactly.
Oh, that's awesome advice. Solid advice. Just want to let everybody know again too where they can find you. Here's the website posted up, Heroes Media Group. You can also find Adam on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, correct?
Yep.
All right here at Heroes Media Group, our GRP, excuse me. And definitely go check out The Decision Hour. I haven't seen or I haven't listened to Eric Mitchell's interview with you yet. But
that posted about 4 hours ago, so that one just came out today. So
yeah, I saw it. Definitely gonna go check that out because I had him on. He was actually my very first guest.
Yep, I watched it. I was there.
So definitely want to. He's a good dude, and he's got a lot of good things going on as well. So Adam, I want to thank you for coming on the show. You really laid down some really sound advice for people, and you're definitely out there killing it. So everybody, go check out Adam. Go check out what he's doing at Heroes Media Group. If you're interested in podcasting, it's definitely something to check out. If you got good ideas, hit Adam up and see where it goes. Only one way to find out.
Hey, Nick, I appreciate you having me on the show tonight, man. I had a lot of fun, and those of you watching, go get one of his shirts, man. Check it out, Frag Out. You got to get one of his shirts, man. I love these guys' shirts. So buy a shirt today.
Thank you, appreciate it. And everybody out there watching, thanks for tuning in. I will definitely post the links and everything in the comments below. So check them out. You can go right through the links to his site and his Facebook account and everything. And definitely tune in next time. Thank you all for joining us.